enforcement in Trinidad and Tobago have a Venezuela gang problem. And in sport, former West Indies Cricket Board President Pat Rosso has died. I'm Ricardo Roberts, and this is Caribbean in 10 for Wednesday, April 17th, 2019. I'll be back with the details after the break. Police in Trinidad and Tobago are reportedly facing a problem of Venezuelan gang members adding to the country's crime problems. Now, secret intelligence reports on the issue have been prepared by various arms of the Twin Island Republic's law enforcement authorities amid an upsurge in crime involving Venezuelan nationals. CNC3's Mark Bassant reports on the recently compiled documents.
Guardian media saw these reports, which highlighted the worrying trend of the Venezuelan gang Evande, which they say has several hundred of its members illegally in this country. The gang has more than 650 members. This gang, the secret report says, have been responsible for several violent crimes in Venezuela, which include high-profile kidnappings and murders. The members of this gang, the secret reports revealed, have since embedded themselves with local gangs and have also sought jobs on construction sites across the country. The reports also pointed to the gang's involvement in the trafficking of narcotics and firearms into Trinidad and Tobago. What authorities have also unraveled in their intelligence reports is that members of this particular gang fled Venezuela for Trinidad and Tobago, not only to escape rival gangs, but also the Venezuelan Guardia Nacional that were given instructions to dismantle this particular gang due to their violent and heinous nature. One senior intelligence official said this is going to have a domino effect in Trinidad and Tobago. With more drug seizures, someone is going to have to pay the price. Another high-ranking intelligence officer familiar with the situation said that these Venezuelan gangs operate with a different modus operandi. Guardian media contacted Commissioner of Police CaribVision for his take on the secret intelligence reports, but he refused to make any comment.
The Ministry of the Presidency, the Guyana Police Force, and the People's National Congress reform have all refuted claims by the opposition People's Progressive Party that government has given police instructions to arrest opposition leader Barrett Jagdeo on his return to Guyana. We get more in this News Source Guyana report.
The Ministry of the Presidency, in its statement, he said it wants to make it clear that no such instruction to arrest the opposition leader was issued by the head of state, any minister of government, or any government official. The government said it is of the view that the Constitution, to which every Guyanese is subjected, is supreme, and if a violation has occurred, then by all means the law must take its course. The Guyana Police Force must carry out its functions without fear or favor, the statement said from the Ministry of the Presidency. And State Minister Joe Harmon today reiterated the point in Berbice.
A question has been asked of me about whether in fact the government of Guyana has any hand in the charges filed against Mr. Jagdeo or any arrest of Mr. Jagdeo. I want to make it pellucid that the government has not. The Ministry of the President in particular, or any government minister or the President, has not given any instruction whatsoever to the police. The police, as the law enforcement agency in this country, they have to do their work. And if anyone breaches the law, then no one is above the law. Anyone breaches the law, then the police, they are authorized to take action where they are concerned. In their own deliberate judgment and on the advice of the police legal advisor, the police will take their own action. I want to make this very clear that we did not give any instructions to the police. The police, they are doing a professional job, and anybody who breaks the law must be prepared to face the consequences.
Police in Jamaica following several leads after the body of an 8-year-old girl was found yesterday, nearly a week after she disappeared on her way to school. Shante Skya's body was found with wounds to the front and back of her head, was found by a search party led by officers from the St. Andrew North Police Division. It was discovered amongst rubble about a mile from her home. Police suspect she was molested by her killer. Her father, Fabian Skyers, has accused the Red Hills Police of not responding urgently to his calls for help finding his daughter. He claimed they only responded days after the little girl went missing, after he and other members of the community blocked roads. And stay with us, your Midday Sport is next.
So what has been established so far in all these investigations that you think that the president could be guilty of, or where he may have a problem? I'll start with you, William.
As of now, there's no actual crime. There's nothing to indict Donald Trump on. Most of the indictments have been unrelated or process crimes related to the investigation. It looks like, I mean, more has come out about the FBI and the DOJ and what was happening at the highest levels. There was a silent coup.
The Ministry of National Security is placing Tobago as a priority and tightening its borders. This as 2 refurbished interceptors were distributed to the Tobago Coast Guard to patrol the northern and western ends of the island. One would be stationed in Charlottesville and the other in Scarborough.
So we've refurbished the first 2 of those 14 interceptors, and we took a strategic decision that those first 2 would be stationed in Tobago.
Former West Indies Cricket Board President and Attorney-at-Law Pat Rosso has died. The Jamaican passed away last night after suffering a long battle with illness. Now, Rosso had been at the helm of West Indies cricket between 1996 and 2001. CWI President Ricky Skerritt issued a statement after learning of Rosso's death, saying that he was a strong man, always very focused and determined. He added that Rosso was a sharp legal and business mind, and that was demonstrated during his time in charge of the organization. Reflecting on his contribution to the regional games, Skerritt said Rosso, along with former Chief Marketing Executive Chris Daring, were instrumental in signing an international television deal for the WICB, now CWI, and convincing the International Cricket Council to stage the ICC Cricket World Cup 2007 in the Caribbean. He also lauded the Jamaicans' role in the incorporation of the WICB in November 1998, starting the transformation of the organization into becoming a more corporate operation. Former Test batsman Ramnari Sarwan says he is thrilled at the opportunity to work with the West Indies one-day squad in the lead-up to the Tri-Nation Series in Ireland and the ICC World Cup. The 38-year-old joined the ongoing preparation camp at 3W's Oval in Barbados at the invitation of Director of Cricket Jimmy Adams, and says he will be leading as much of his expertise as possible in order to help improve the Caribbean side's batsmen. Sarwan was quoted as saying that he came to act as a type of mentor to the players and assist in any technical areas. Recently appointed interim head coach Floyd Reefer said Sarwan would be an asset to the squad's preparations. And that's Caribbean in 10. Join us again at 6:30 for Caribbean Newsline. Until then, good afternoon.